Hello everyone, it's Bernard here, and today I have a quick video because there are some rumors regarding the new Apple Silicon Macs, and according to those rumors the first Apple Silicon Mac will be a 12-inch MacBook. And yeah, that means that we will have a return of this familiar design. And according to those leaks, which by the way aren't from the most reputable source, but they kinda match perfectly with everything we have been hearing even before the WWDC announcement. According to those leaks, those new MacBooks will start at $799 US. Yes, less than $800 for a brand new modern Mac with, Apple Silicon, with great display, great battery life, and it's really fantastic news because, for comparison, the newly released Samsung Galaxy Note 20 costs $1,300, at least the Ultra version. So yeah, $800 for a MacBook sounds insane, but let me explain why it makes perfect sense. So first of all, this price means that Apple will need to find ways to save money or to cut corners, and it is kind of obvious how they will do it. Basically, like with iPhone SE and the cheapest iPad, Apple will basically reuse the old design. So in this case, the 12-inch MacBook will look the same as in 2015, which means one USB-C port, which is a bummer, but is something that you can live with. It's totally not a deal breaker, especially at this price point, and with a good battery life, which we will cover in a second. You can totally, just live with it. And the second biggest caveat that comes with this is we will see a return of the butterfly keyboard. Yes, I know, nobody likes this keyboard, but this being the 4th generation, so brand new apparently, means that hopefully it won't be as faulty as before. And as with the key travel, Apple introduced the butterfly switches basically because they couldn't fit a full scissor mechanism to the 12-inch MacBooks. So yeah, I think that there's no chance that we will see a Magic Keyboard, or even if it will be branded Magic Keyboard, it will be just some tweaked butterfly mechanism, at least according to the rumors, and I totally stand by them, and it will be just a way to save money. Yeah, so basically Apple won't have to spend money on research and development, and they already have factories prepared to produce those parts, so it will help them reduce the cost greatly. And obviously another way is to reduce margins thanks to the Apple Silicon. Yes, basically now Apple has to pay a lot of money for Intel chips, and that's because Intel has really high retail price. So Apple making their own chips and not having to sell them to themselves allows them to save a lot of money. And many people believe that Apple will simply increase margins selling those MacBooks for the same price. But here I think that they will do the right move and reduce the margins, at least with the 12-inch Mac. When we look at similar products, so iPhone SE or the cheapest iPad, they are entry-level products designed for masses, to be affordable for as many people as possible. And in those cases, Apple really reduces the margins, so it will fit the pattern. If their entry-level Macs will also be cheaper. But on the other hand, we still have the high-end Pro products like Mac Pro's wheels, which are insanely expensive. Like, those things will be almost as expensive as a brand new Mac coming this fall. So yeah, it's obviously a high margins, but that's Apple's policy. They have those high-end products on one side, which are designed for small niche of people who really need those extra special features, and on the other hand we have a product designed for the average consumer to be as affordable as possible, to find as many new consumers for Apple as possible, to let everyone who wants to enjoy Apple's ecosystem to put a toe in the water and be an Apple customer. So I wouldn't expect all this Apple Silicon Macs to be cheaper. I think that the baseline will be really significantly cheaper and the MacBooks Pro will be more powerful on the other hand. So what we know more from those leaks, we know that the processor inside, obviously Apple Silicon, will be A14X, so we are skipping A13, and we don't know how powerful it will be. It will have supposedly 12 cores, and and at least from the name, it should be faster than A12Z Bionic from iPads Pro, and those chips are really freaking amazing. They are powerhouses, and having even better processor in entry-level Macs means that we will have a really powerful units. And it is actually possible that even the entry-level Macs will be so powerful because Apple has such a head start with their chips that they can, have very powerful entry-level chips and still produce much faster chips for their high-end laptops, for the MacBooks Pro. This is totally possible that this entry-level Mac will be not only affordable but also powerful. But what we know from the leaks is that it will have a great battery life. How great? Well, up to 16 hours on a single charge, which is insane because those 12-inch MacBooks are so super thin. They're basically as thin as an iPad, but with a keyboard. And 16-hour battery life sounds just great. It will be very portable, very power efficient. It will be a great device to have on a plane or on a trip to watch movies on and to not worry about charging. So big thumbs up for this. And it shouldn't be really a surprise because the MacBooks have very decent battery life already, and Apple chips are also known for being very efficient. iPhones tend to have decent battery life, at least now, but it's from the efficiency, not from the battery capacity, because milliamp hours are always usually low in Apple products, but the battery life is getting decent. So yeah, with the same battery size as in 2015 MacBooks, but with new chips, it will be just great battery life. Now we also know that it will have 8 gigs of RAM base, which also shouldn't be a surprise because that's the starting point of most Apple Mac, and 128 gigs of storage, which is smaller than we got used to this year, but for an entry-level device it's kind of understandable that Apple wants to cut a corner here as well. It will obviously be upgradable, but if you want to buy the cheapest possible Mac, you can always buy an external SSD later, like Samsung T5. I will link them in the description below because they're often on sale at Amazon. And yeah, basically in terms of specs, that's all we know because we don't know what the clock speed will be. And yeah, we will have to wait for the release. But okay guys, so I'm really curious what you think about those rumors. Do you think that I'm maybe over-exaggerating? Maybe I'm hyped, maybe I'm an Apple sheep? But I'm really excited for this new upcoming Apple Silicon Mac, and it's the first time since, I don't know, forever, when I'm really excited for a Mac. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think that this will be a top seller. I think it will sell like hotcakes, and it will be a perfect computer for students. Like, think about it, a small portable laptop, like full laptop with a keyboard and Mac OS and great battery life, and an Apple product, which is another bonus. You can take it to the Starbucks, for example, which is obviously a joke, and affordable, like the $7.99 price. It doesn't include the student discount, so it will be even cheaper for students, and I think that it will be extremely popular. Like the MacBook Air is already popular, but I think that this computer will be next level popular. And I think it's a great thing because Apple really needs this popularity to make the transition to Apple Silicon faster. If so many people will be using a Apple Silicon Mac, more companies will be encouraged to develop apps strictly for it, to transfer their apps. So I think it's a great move from Apple. And as I mentioned before, I don't expect all Apple Silicon Macs to be that cheap, but this first entry-level Mac really should be. It's good for Apple, it's good for consumers, and I'm really excited. I can't wait. And it's really coming out soon, because this year, so we expect November the very least. So yeah, fingers crossed it will be really as good, because honestly, if they will keep the old 2015 MacBooks, form factor, screen, even the keyboard, even the camera, which is rumored to be a little improved, I think they will sell really well. And with Apple Silicon in them and all those great improvements, this is bound to be a perfect product from Apple and a perfect end of a year. So yeah, fingers crossed and hype train on. Again, tell me what you think, guys, and if you enjoyed this video, hit a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully see you guys in the next one.